If you are not increasing your income right now, you are losing leverage in your own life. And I'm not talking about flexing on Instagram. I'm talking about custody, freedom, peace, and options.
Welcome to the Narc Free Man Podcast.
Welcome back to the Narc Free Man Podcast. Today, I'm going to show you the 6 real reasons men must increase their income. And number 6 is the one divorced men always end up ignoring. So let's get into it. Reason number 1, income creates options for you. When you don't have money, you don't have options, right? You stay longer in bad jobs. You stay longer in bad relationships, marriages. You tolerate disrespect and you negotiate your standards down. Now, I have spoken to hundreds of men who stayed in toxic relationships because they were financially afraid to leave. They felt trapped with the mortgage, the kids, having to deal with legal fees and lifestyle inflation. And listen carefully, financial dependence breeds emotional dependence. When you increase your income, you increase your options, and options equal leverage. Leverage equals calm, and calm equals clarity. When you know you can survive on your own, you stop negotiating with your dignity. And that's not arrogance, that's security. Reason number 2 is income reduces fear and uncertainty. Most men don't talk about this, but financial instability creates low-grade anxiety that never turns off. You wake up tense. You are short with your kids. You are irritable. You feel behind in life. And here's what's dangerous. When you feel behind financially, you make emotional decisions. You accept disrespect to avoid court costs. You avoid confrontation to avoid child support adjustments. You tolerate manipulation because you are afraid of instability. Now, money doesn't solve everything, but it reduces the volume of fear. And when fear goes down, self-leadership goes up. You think clearer, you negotiate better, and you plan long-term. And having that financial peace in your life creates calm. Reason number 3 is increasing your income builds confidence. So let's talk identity. When you have been emotionally torn down in a toxic relationship, what gets hit first? Your self-confidence. You start doubting decisions, you hesitate, and you shrink. But when you increase your income through skill, effort, discipline, something powerful happens. You prove to yourself you can create value. You see measurable results. You take ownership. You move from reactive to proactive. Money earned through effort rebuilds masculine confidence, not because of the number, because of the proof. It tells your brain, I can build. And building is healing. Reason number 4 is income protects your children. If you are a father, listen closely. Increasing your income is not about you. It's about them. It's about being able to hire a good attorney if needed, secure stable housing, provide experiences, and avoid desperation decisions. I have seen men lose leverage in custody battles because they were financially stretched thin. And I have seen men settle for less time with their kids because they couldn't afford to fight. That's not about ego, that's about preparation. When you increase your income, you increase your ability to protect and provide for your kids. Now, reason number 5 is increasing your income creates long-term stability. A lot of men rebuild emotionally, but never rebuild financially. They heal, they grow, they find peace, but they stay broke. And that creates a new vulnerability. And here's something most men don't understand. Financial growth compounds. A high-income skill learned today becomes leverage 5 years from now. An investment made now becomes security later. A side income built now becomes freedom later. If you don't start, nothing compounds. Increasing your income isn't about making more this month. It's about setting up the next decade. Stability beats excitement every time. Reason number 6, increasing your income gives you freedom to walk away. This one is the most important. The ability to walk away changes how you stand. When you know you can leave, you stop tolerating her disrespect. You stop over-explaining yourself. You stop negotiating with manipulation. You stop walking on eggshells and you get out of there. Financial independence shifts your posture. You become less reactive, less needy, and less afraid. And ironically, when you don't need anyone financially, relationships become healthier because you are choosing, not clinging. And that's power. Now let's get tactical here and into some practical steps. If you are serious about increasing your income, start here. Increase your skills before increasing hours. Invest in high value skills like sales, marketing, AI, and leadership. Create multiple streams of income and track your spending, your budget. Cut the ego spending out, guys. Income growth is all about strategy and not luck. You don't need hype, you need self-discipline. You are not a bad man for wanting to earn more income. You are not being materialistic for wanting leverage in your life. And you are not selfish for wanting financial security. You are rebuilding you, and rebuilding requires resources. Money doesn't define you, but it amplifies you. And if you are rebuilding after emotional chaos, you need amplification in the right direction. Increase your income, not for status, for strength, not for ego, for freedom, not to impress her or get back at her, but to protect your future. And if this episode resonated with you, subscribe to the Narc Free Man podcast. Share it with a brother who's rebuilding. And remember, peace is powerful, but prepared peace, that's unstoppable.